Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News, episode 206. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Brandon Hodge here, and welcome back to another episode of WWE News and Rumors. This is going to be going up a little late, so I'm sorry if you've been waiting on it. It's a little bit late, but better late than never, right? So I have a lot to talk about, so hopefully I can make up for it being a little bit late. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. All right, the first news story. The first news story is about Braun Strowman and Finn Balor and the whole situation there. So basically, the match changed last night. The match for the longest time was supposed to be Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title at the Royal Rumble. But they did a storyline last night where Braun messed up Vince's limo. He broke, because Baron Corbin was like hiding in it or whatever. Sorry about the spoiler alert if you didn't see Raw, but anyway, Baron Corbin was hiding in Vince McMahon's limo for some freaking reason, and Braun basically ripped the door off of Vince's limo, and then Vince is like, okay, fine, you're out of the Rumble match, and we're gonna have a fatal four-way to determine who's gonna be facing Lesnar for the title at the Royal Rumble. And the winner was Finn Balor. So anyway, I have the reason why they decided. Like, originally I heard rumors that on Raw they were going to find some kind of storyline to take Braun out of the title match, because Braun is actually not medically cleared yet. And that's what I heard, and that's what I assumed. I'm like, oh, well, there it is, he's not medically cleared. But the thing that's coming out today is the reason he's not in that match anymore isn't anything to do with the injury. It's actually always been planned for Braun not to go to the Rumble to face Lesnar, for the simple fact that Vince doesn't want Braun to lose to Lesnar again and make Braun look weak. So they want to take him out of the match, put someone else in there for Brock to beat at the Rumble, because Brock's going to retain, and Brock is going to defend the title at WrestleMania 35. So he has to retain. Whoever he's facing has to lose. And it's always been the plan for Braun to not face Lesnar. It's just they were going to tease it and have the match set up, and then have something happen so Braun couldn't compete. So, yeah, it's always been planned, so that's what happened on Raw. It wasn't anything to do with the injury like I thought. It was completely planned this whole time. So, yeah, there's the first news story. All right, the next news story. The next news story isn't necessarily have anything to do with the WWE. It's about AEW, All Elite Wrestling. This wrestling promotion basically just opened up, like, in January, and now they're already at a point where it's like, hey, this is like a place that could potentially challenge WWE and steal talent from WWE and all of this whole stuff. So basically, this is just a crazy rumor. This is just completely. I mean, it's not a rumor. It's a news story, I guess, because this actually happened. We're still in the news stories. Don't get confused. I used the wrong word there. But All Elite Wrestling actually reached out to a former WWE talent. Maybe you've heard of him. His name is CM Punk. And they asked CM Punk. CM Punk. Would you ever consider, like, wrestling again or whatever? I mean, basically, the Young Bucks have remained good friends with CM Punk all throughout everything. So they basically asked him, "Hey Punk, we have a wrestling promotion now. Would you come wrestle ever?" And he basically said no. He still has a contract with UFC. They're probably never going to use him for fighting or whatever again. But I've heard rumors maybe they might use him for a commentator or something. And also, Punk is just not interested in professional wrestling anymore. He hasn't wrestled in 5 years. His last match was in 2014. The last time he was in a wrestling ring was 2014. So, he's been out for a while, so he's just very uncomfortable of the idea of doing another wrestling match, and he's just not open to it anymore. So, there's that. But never know in the future what the future holds. Maybe in a few years or something, Punk will step back in the ring. That is a wait and see situation. So for that, we'll just have to wait and see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the final news story before I jump into the rumors is about AJ Styles. So still, AJ Styles has not signed a new WWE contract. His contract expires in April, and it's already January, so that's only a few months away. And AJ Styles needs to sign a new contract, or he's going to be a free agent. He is no longer going to be in the WWE. There's rumors going around AEW's wanting him. I mean, why wouldn't they want him? So I don't know. I don't know what's holding them up on the contract negotiations. If it's money, or he wants more time off to spend with his family, or both, or just what it is. But they're still working hard to try to get him to sign a new contract. But it expires in April, and that's only a few months away. So it's expected he is going to sign a new contract, and he's going to remain with the WWE. But there's always that chance that he could be leaving. But We'll just have to wait and see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the news stories, and now we're gonna jump into the rumors. All right, the first rumor. The first rumor, it's about Michelle McCool. That's a name I haven't said here on the channel, like recently. Basically, she's like teasing like some type of WWE return or something. She's in like a ring training, and I mean, there's always a chance. I mean, she's still like really good. So I mean, you never know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. We might have Michelle McCool back in WWE in the women's division here pretty soon. All right, the next rumor. The next rumor is about Luke Harper. So he had surgery, and he's just like not recovering as fast as they would have hoped. So they're not sure when he's going to be returning. So sorry, I don't have a timetable for you, but I would just like to say, hope you heal up soon and you're ready to compete again here soon, Luke Harper. So I don't know when. We'll just have to wait and see. All right, the next rumor. The next rumor is kind of just an update on like a rumor I said, I think it was months ago, but basically I said WWE are considering raising the price of WWE Network. They're considering keeping the base price, the only option they have now, $9.99. But they were thinking about having a premium option, and apparently they've decided against that, so that's not happening now. So that's just an update on that. I mean, they can always change their mind. Like, WWE are really like crazy when it comes to decision making. Like, they'll choose something and then want to do it, and then they don't want to do it, and then wait a few months and then they want to do it again. So it's kind of crazy. Who knows what will actually happen? Once again, my catchphrase, we'll have to wait and see. All right, the next rumor. The next rumor is about Alexa Bliss and that totally out of place, random backstage segment last night, the locker room thing. So basically, it like opened with her assistant getting her coffee, knocking on her like dressing room door, and then going in, and she's like changing or whatever, and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," and then whatever. What was the point of that? What was the point of having Alexa like half naked changing? What is the point? Like, this is supposed to be a PG family show. What was the point? Well, apparently the point is WWE now are at a different era, I guess, and they just, I guess they want to try different stuff. They're trying to push the boundaries to see what they can do. I think what they're really trying to do is try to get the Attitude Era back, because everyone's just like, the Attitude Era was the greatest period in WWE ever, and it was so amazing and all this. But I get they're pushing boundaries and stuff, but just because we're like trying to push boundaries to try to get the Attitude Era back doesn't mean we have to like, you know what I mean, with like the women. Like, we don't have to, like, we can keep the women like they are and not have to like
decent.
Keep them decent and innocent, and you know what I mean. Like what's the point? What's the point of doing this? Like, this just, there's not a point of this anymore. Like, the women now are not like the women of the 90s, where we're just hiring them because they look pretty and we can sexualize them and all this. We're getting people because they can wrestle, and it's about wrestling, not about sexualizing. Whatever. I'm not going to rant on it too much. I'm just saying, I get we're trying to push the boundaries, but we don't want to like have a step back for the women's division, if you know what I mean. Let's just keep moving forward for the women's division. I mean, we can push the boundaries in other ways. We can stop trying to be so PG. We can push our boundaries on the promos and stuff. And you know what I mean, guys? But let me know what you guys thought last night. So they were kind of testing the waters to see how the WWE crowd would react to this. So, like, they heard the crowd reaction to it, and then they uploaded the clip on YouTube, and overnight it got 2 million views. So they're like, oh, this is getting a big reaction. This is great. So we're going to keep doing stuff like this, is what I would assume they're thinking. But I'm telling you, it's a bad idea. Let's not like make the women go backwards and just turn into divas again and just be there because they're pretty. Okay? So that's my thought on that. I don't know what they're going to do. We'll have to wait and see. All right, the next rumor is about the Royal Rumble match, the women's Royal Rumble match. So basically, it's like the same thing I said, like either the last news episode or the one before that, where the winner of the women's Royal Rumble match is supposed to be Becky Lynch. Well, now, you know, it's either going to be Becky or Charlotte. They're saying now. I mean, yeah, I could have thought of that in the last, because it's supposed to set up the triple threat match. Like, it's supposed to be a 1-on-1 at first, and then either Becky or Charlotte are going to get thrown in there. It's going to be a triple threat for the main event, for the Raw Women's title against Rousey at Mania. So. Yeah, that's basically the rumor. Either Charlotte or Becky Lynch are going to win the Women's Rumble match, and then going to go, hey, okay, so I am the winner of the Royal Rumble match, and the person I can choose. I can either choose the SmackDown Women's Champion or choose the Raw Women's Champion. I'm choosing the Raw Women's Champion. I'm going after Ronda Rousey and the Raw Women's Championship. And then they'll build up the one-on-one, I guess, and then either Becky or Charlotte will get thrown in that and make it a triple threat. But we'll just have to wait and see. The rumor is either Becky Lynch or Charlotte Flair is winning the Women's Royal Rumble match. All right, and the next news story. The next news story is about Batista. Batista is supposed to be returning, guys, for an actual wrestling match. He's supposed to have a... This is just like, well, what is like rumored. He's supposed to have a major WrestleMania 35 match. I don't know. I have no idea. There's no rumor of what kind of match, who it can be against, or anything like that. All I know is it's just rumored Batista is going to have a WrestleMania match, and we'll just have to wait and see on that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the final news story, the final rumor, the final thing I'm going to be talking about in this video, it's about Lars Sullivan. So I don't know if you guys saw the last news episode, but basically Lars Sullivan was supposed to debut like 2 weeks ago on Raw. And basically he couldn't do it because he has severe anxiety about it. Like, he performed in front of crowds in NXT, he got the call up, and there's obviously like a lot of pressure there, and he's just cracking under the pressure. He just is having like a freak out, and basically a few weeks ago he was supposed to debut, and there was a rumor going around that he left the show early, but now the new rumor is saying he didn't leave the show early, he actually never even showed up to the show. So Triple H is understanding because he dealt with like the whole, he's dealt with like the Mauro Ranallo, like it's a different situation. Like Mauro Ranallo's case is totally different, but it's like mental health, and he's more like understanding of that now. But apparently, the rumor is Vince McMahon is highly pissed off, and there's a lot of heat on Lars Sullivan for not like showing up to that. He's set to debut this coming Monday on Monday Night Raw, and if he doesn't show up then I would say like there's going to be a big issue there. I don't know if they're going to release him or what they're going to do, but they're going to be like, they're going to have an issue. They're not so pissed off that he has anxiety about debuting. They're just so pissed off that there's like a really big lack of communication there. Like, he's not talking to them. So that's like a big like issue. And apparently like Vince is very pissed off at Triple H because Triple H is the one who chose Lars Sullivan and said, Lars Sullivan, he's ready to be on the main roster, we're going to call him up. So, I mean, it's just a tough situation. I don't know if he's going to debut next week. We'll just have to wait and see. But if he doesn't, I don't know if he will ever debut. But apparently he's scheduled for like a giant WrestleMania match. I've heard rumors he's supposed to wrestle like actually John Cena at WrestleMania to like make his like name bigger so he can just be like this monster in WWE. But I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going to happen there. I mean, it's a really tough situation. Like, I completely understand the anxiety stuff because I suffer from it a lot too. But it's just like a tough situation there. I mean, he's really got to have like a better communication with them, or you know, he's never gonna like last in the WWE. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. Let me know what you think of this down below. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of WWE News and Rumors. If you did, make sure to give this video a like if you don't mind, and if you ran the channel, make sure to subscribe to get notified when I do news, vlogs. By the way, the last video was a vlog. You should go check it out if you haven't already. And like unboxings and all kinds of stuff. Unboxing on the channel this weekend, so check that out. It's a giant unboxing, I must add. It's a giant unboxing, don't miss it. But yeah, just subscribe to be notified when those videos come up. It's absolutely free to subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video.